ด้วยนะคะเรื่อง e-procurement นะคะ Good morning teacher กันใหม่นะคะ Good morning teacher 1, 2, 3 Good morning teacher
Good morning, everybody. Okay, today I'm very pleased to have you as a special lecture on e-procurement. So, and I'm so very thankful to Assistant Professor Russell who's inviting me here to give you a short lecture on e-procurement. This is actually my dissertation work. That's what I'm doing now. I've been teaching this for about. I've been studying about this for about more than 5 years. Okay, so now I have some kind of like give you a little bit overview of what I'm doing and a little bit overview of what's e-procurement. Okay, so the first slide is okay. Go back please. Okay, and okay, when I'm gonna change the slide so I can give you a signal. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and thank you for our assistant too. Alright, so today we're going to talk about, in order for you to give you the overview of what is the procurement is, what is the electronic procurement is, I'm going to give you what is the procurement and what is the traditional procurement. So, okay, let me ask you guys, how many of you know what is the procurement is? How many of you know that? Raise your hand. You're ready to raise your hand. Don't smile, don't smile. Raise your hand. Okay, how many of you don't know? Oh, yes, thank you for raising your hand. Today I'm going to speak everything in deep detail, okay? And please remember, as your lecturer say, everything today I'm speaking would be in the exam, okay? So, and don't be serious. Just enjoy it and think it is fun, okay? All right. So, and then. This is very important, is what is e-procurement. So, have you ever heard about this word? E-procurement. Have you ever heard about this word? E-procurement. No? How many of you have heard even a little bit of that? How many of you never heard about it at all? Okay, no problem. Okay? And this is about the traditional and electronic procurement process. Objective of adopting it. So, in Thailand, the adoption of e-procurement might not that very widely as in foreign countries, okay? And once you have the objective to adopt it, and what is the incentive behind? What is the force? What is the incentive behind? So whenever you're going to implement one of the electronic solution, right, you must have an incentive for what is the motivation to adopt it, okay? Next please. Thank you. And the main type of e-procurement and the 3 main models of e-procurement for buyers, management concern. Once you adopt the e-procurement, what if you are the manager of the company, what you have to concern? You know the meaning of concern, you know that? That's with what you have to care, what you have to think about. Okay, what you have to think about. And the last one is the risk and impact of e-procurement. What is the risk? What is the risk and what is the impact? After you implement the system, what is the impact? That means what would be something you got, including upside and downside. Okay? And the last one will be conclusion. Alright, so you heard a little bit of overview of the e-procurement of the content that's going to learn today. Alright, so you have at this stage, you have any question? Okay, you know what? Whenever I give a special lecture, I like you to ask me the question. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? It doesn't matter. I don't know your name, but I see your face. Say, hey, you handsome man, answer me this. Okay? Something like that? Okay. Not now. So the fun time is beginning. Okay? Fun time is beginning. So just listen carefully. And then, if you don't ask me the question, I ask you the question instead. Okay? That would be fun, right? Okay, so let's go to the first slide. The first slide is about, the traditional procurement cycles. Okay, the procurement cycle. The procurement is what? It's about buying something, but it's not just like you buying something online. Okay, not just like you go on Amazon.com, something like that. It's different. Procurement is something. It's have a process. Start from request. Request is what you need to do. You got to find yourself what you want to buy. You got to find yourself what you want to buy. That's means the request process. And then next is the source. Source. You know what you want to buy. For example, you want to buy this computer, or you want to buy whatever, or you want to buy your cell phone, okay, I'm sorry. Let's talk about buying something big. For example, you want to buy the server, or you want to buy something as about million baht in value. First of all, of course, you're gonna buy something in million baht in value, right? You're not gonna just hold the cash, a big chunk of the bill for 2 million baht and go to the shop. Okay, I want to buy server for 2 million baht. No, you're not gonna do that. So first, you have to know yourself first what kind of server you want, right? Request. Request is mean what? You put your request and put your wish, like, I want to buy this. Source. Once you know what you want to buy, the next thing is, where you're going to buy it from. This is the sourcing process or source. Okay? Where you can buy from Dell, IBM, right? Or wherever. Okay? And the next step is order. Once you know the source and which part give you the best price or the best deal. Okay, this might not include just the price you have to buy. You have to think about the after-sales service or any kind of like a long-term service. Okay, because you buy something in million baht. For example, a server, or you buy a construction project, or you buy any kind of service and system. So what you're going to care is like you're not just going to think about just buy it and install it and use it. That's it. You got to think about anything behind like an after-sales service or like maintenance service or contract. Okay? Order. Order is something like, once you know what to buy, where to buy from, then you place the order. You place the order. Place the order is like, you make a PO, right? Purchasing order, and then after that, once you make a PO, right? You may not pay all at first, right? You may not pay all at once. You can pay installment. You can pay like a little bit every time, every month, or whatever. Depend on your contract, okay? And then you receive. You place the order, and then you receive. Once you receive, you got to get what? Invoice. Invoice that means what? Invoice that means they ask you to pay money, okay? And then payment, okay? And then the payment, okay? Let's say like this is what I say is like begin progressing the requirement of what to be purchased. You got to know what you want to buy and then aim after the settlement of payment. For example, you may have to pay all at once, or you may pay like, or they give you like 30-day credit, 60-day credits. It depends on your settlement. That's what settlement of payments like. You can pay like every month, or you pay like give you 60-day credits. Okay. Right, any question? Any question? No patient at all, so that's I speak clearly there. Okay, if you have no patient, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Okay, speaking for who want to be the first one to answer the question? Who wants? Okay. Okay, let's say you. Start from you. Okay, start from you. Okay, start from you. Don't smile. Okay, just give it. The process of finding where to buy. Which one? Finding the place where to buy. Which one? This. Finding the place or finding who to buy from or finding the place where to buy. Which process? Which process? Which process? Finding the place where to buy. Which process? Oh my God. Okay. This gentleman answer proudly. What is that? Sourcing. Sourcing is what? Find the place where to buy. Let me give you a little bit overview before I go next, okay? Request is what? Knowing, finding what to buy. This one, sourcing is what? Finding where to buy. Order is what? Order. Okay. Place the order is mean buy. Receive is mean what? You receive what you need, and then you receive your what? Invoice. And now payment. Okay. Next, you. What is the invoice? What is the invoice? Okay, don't just smile. Okay, just stand up. Just stand up and proudly answer. What is the invoice? Okay, show your your French teach. Okay, and then answer me. What is the invoice? What is the invoice? What is the invoice? You can answer notification of payment. Okay, in which process where invoice come? Which process where invoice come? Huh? What? Okay. Request, source, order, receive, payment. Where invoice come? Where? Where invoice come? Receive. Very good, very good. Okay, this is the overview. Okay, so this is the e-procurement process. Okay, this is a little bit overview that I want you to know. Okay, and then see, this is starting from requisition creation. This is what the process like. Requisition creation, like you drawing up the specification of what you want. Okay, and then you go with what approval cycle. For example, you buy something in $1 million. Of course, it's not your money. It's your company money or your work money. So you need to have the management to approve, okay? Unless you are management yourself. But if you are just a staff or just a worker, so you need the approval from the top management or your supervisor, okay? And then PO generation. What is the PO stand for? What is the PO? What is the PO? You. No, you don't have to look for it, you. What does PO stand for? PO stand for what is that stand for? Purchasing order. Purchasing order. Purchasing order. Okay, PO. If you graduate and go to work, right, you're gonna see PO. This is PO. Purchasing order. Okay? Supplier communication, and then once you have a PO purchasing order, and then you got to communicate with suppliers. Okay? Talk to your supplier about the price, about the specification of your products you want, and the delivery date. How many days they can deliver to you, and okay, another specification, advance ship notice. Okay, once you communicate with your suppliers, and then they tell you advance ship notice that okay, I can ship this to you in next month. In some case, it takes months. Why? Because some product need to import right from the foreign country. Okay, they not stock, so they need to import from the foreign country. So you got to keep it in time, or at least 30 days. But for my experience, okay, buying something from foreign country take at least 3 to 5 days because it depends on where you buy it from. If you buy from Japan, take you about a month. But if you buy from Europe or the United States, take you probably 2 months or 3 months because it's like a long way and custom process. Okay. Receipt of goods and service. This is what you. And then they deliver to you, and then you receive your goods and services, and then, like I asked you, invoice. See, who answered me the invoice? Who I asked for the invoice? You? Okay. See, this is invoice state. Okay. Once you get the invoice, and then you get what? Invoice is a notice of payment. That's it. Okay. This is going to be on the exam too. So, pay attention, okay? Okay, you see the procurement cycles, right? And then, now you see the limitation of traditional procurement. First is time and effort wasted seeking procurement information. So, how many days take you? If you want to buy a server, right? How many days take you to find all information about buying a server? What you want to know? Okay, for example, okay, that's you. You go to buy a server. What else? What you want to know about buying a server? Specification, right? Who you buy it from? This takes you, if you have no experience, if you have no background information before, it might probably take you a month. So you want to just spend a month just to find, just to make a sheet of paper, take a month, no way. This is the limitation of the traditional procurement. Physical access barrier. In the past, once you want to buy something, you got to post. You got to post up the requisition for procurement. For example, oftenly the government office agency, right? Once you want to buy something or you want to announce for the construction project, they want to post on the paper on the board, right? And then, okay, for anybody who come in and out to the government office all the time, they know what's going on, right? They know what's going on. But if somebody who stay far away, they would not know. This is the physical access barrier. Physical access barrier is what? Okay, you. On your understanding, what is your physical access barrier is? You. Answer based on your understanding. I tell you to explain, not to translate. I tell you to explain, not to translate. Physical access barrier, for example, like, okay, I want to, a government agency, right, want to place an announcement for construction project, right? And then they post the sheet of paper on the board. Okay, we need to find a supplier or contractor to do the construction project. The physical access barrier is anyone who comes in and out at the government office all the time, they know. But for anybody who doesn't come to the government office all the time, they do not know. That's means like, for any contractor who stay far away, they have a less chance to know what's going on, and they lost the business opportunity. This is important. They lost. Okay, can sit down. Okay. All right. So you owe me one. So I ask you one more time. Okay. So you didn't answer me the question yet. Okay. The third, non-transparent process of supplier. Transparent. What is that? Anybody who the word transparent? You. What is a transparent?
transportation
Transparent is not transportation, no. Okay, anybody else know what is a transparent is? No? Anybody know? Nobody know transparent at all? No? Transparent is what? Clear. Clear. Transparent is what? Clear. It means like the process of like selecting the contractor or granting the contract must be clear. โปร่งใสใช่ไหม Yeah, must be clear. That means what? No under table money. But in Thai society, would it be possible? No? Yes. Or likely, most likely, less likely. Okay? How many percent they export, you say? 10%? 20%? Pay to who? Obaj. Okay, you may know well, you may know better than me. The last one is the possibility of data tampering and loss of record. So there's been in the past, right, for the information and data regarding the procurement, they keep in the paper-based. So the data could be illegally modified or data might be lost. It's the worst case scenario. Okay? Next please. Alright. What is the e-procurement? Okay, this is the general definition of the e-procurement. Alright, the e-procurement is generally defined as the electronic integration and management of all procurement activities. This is include what? Purchasing request. Purchasing request is what? Is what? Who can answer? Who can answer what's purchase request? Is what? You want to request what you want to buy, right? Authorization. Authorization, that's what you need authority to allow to use the money to buy. Ordering, deliver, payment between purchaser and suppliers. Okay. And generally do over ICT technologies. Any of you can give me the definition or what is the ICT technology is that? Okay, who can give me the definition? No, you don't have to go on the internet now. Answer me up to your understanding. You, the most far one. What is an ICT technology on your definition?
Information.
Again, I'm asking you to explain, not to translate. I'm asking you to explain, not to translate. The application of what? Electronic solution, right? And information communication technology. Okay, for example, like what? ICT technology. What? For example, what is an example of ICT technology? Email, right? Website. Okay, and what else? Yes. Right? Oh, I should show you my microphone is old. I should show you. Okay. And this is traditional procurement process. Okay? Two sides, procurement office and vendors. Okay? And this is pretty much going to be a paper-based. So you see, everything is on the paper-based. Okay? And this is like process time is about what? 120 days. For the big value procurement. So it's taking what? 120 days. And process cost is like $900. Next. And now you see the internet based. Okay? It's what? The processing time is cost you less because everything is processed internet, electronically via the internet. The barrier between procurement and vendors is still the same, but everything is performed via the internet. Okay? And then processing time is reducing to be what, 9 days instead of 120 days. And the cost is like $120. That's it. Okay? This is the reason why so many companies in the foreign country they adopt the e-procurement solution. Because it's what? Less processing time and less cost. please. Okay, now I ask you the question from the past life. Who can answer me? You. Yeah. Why the company adopt the procurement is what? In the past life. Why? What is the better? What is the goodness or what's better if you implement the e-procurement compared to the traditional procurement? I just show you like a past seconds why you lost so quickly. Why you forget so quickly? Okay. Less time, less cost. Less time and less cost. Oh, this is going to be on the exam. This thing is absolutely going to be an exam. Okay? Alright, so let's see like what the objective of e-procurement adoption. Okay, so anybody in class, anybody have a question? No questions at all. Oh, I'm speaking clearly then. Oh, you don't understand at all? That's why you have no question. You mean what? You don't understand at all?
I think, yeah, for me, because I don't have any information about it, and it's not for me to understand.
Oh, you.
And I'm confused between, is it the same as with buying some stuff online, like eBay or Amazon?
Oh, your English is pretty good.
Oh, thank you so much.
Very good. Oh, your English is very good. So, I'm going to ask you a question more frequently. The different thing is between buying your stuff from eBay and e-procurement is what? You buy your stuff from eBay first. You don't have to go through this process. You want to buy just buy because it's less value. It's less value, right? And then once you pay, right? Once you buy, you can just do everything on one shot. Select the stuff, right? Select the stuff and pay. You can pay by credit card or you can pay by money transfer. Everything could be done in half hour. But for the procurement, it takes more process because of what? Value is much more. To buy something in 5 million baht, you're not going to buy it in half hour? No way. You have to find yourself first, right? Request. Find yourself first what you want to buy. And if you're going to spend 5 million baht, you have to also find who give you the best deal. This one, sourcing. Who give you the best deal. And then you order. Once you find what you buy, and once you find who give you the best deal, and then you order. Once you order, and then you make a settlement of payment, like you ask for 60-day credit, 30 days credit, and then ask them to delivery schedule. Like you can deliver me in 30 days or 60 days, and then payment you can make like, okay, I give you 60-day credit, 30 days credit, right? But until you can ask for 100 credits, no. For example, okay, this is the difference between buying something online and e-procurement. Let's say e-procurement includes more process because the purchasing amount is big. Talking about buying something in million baht in value, so you're not going to just buy online, okay? For example, if you're going to buy, for example, like I told you, you're going to buy the server or you're going to buy the cloud server, right? You're not going to buy over online in half hour. You're going to take time to analyze, to see what you really want and who gives you the really best deal, the really best price, okay? Not just like, okay, I go with whoever I find first. No. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to lose big money. Okay? Alright. Thank you for the question. So anybody have a question? You can have more questions if you want. Oh, I know that your English is very good. So, alright. So you are the one who are going to ask more questions. Okay? So, and the rest, don't be... Okay, and the rest, you're going to be asked the question truly, everybody. Okay, I know who I asked, who I didn't ask yet. So everybody will be asked question truly. Okay, I believe in equality. equality to everybody, so everybody will be asked the question. Okay? Alright, so the objective of e-procurement adoption is first, reduce procurement cycle time. The previous slide showed you. The cycle time is could be reduced from what? 120 days to 9 days. So this is the objective of adoption of e-procurement is what? Reduce procurement cycle times. Increase the supply access. This is what? The physical access barrier. Okay? Increase supply access. Ensure wider participation. That's mean what? You spread the news over the internet, everybody know and then come for bidding. Come to participate and come for competition for pricing. Who gain the more supplier participated, who gain the benefit? Who? The more supplier come and participate in bidding or competing for the price, who gain the benefit? Who gain? You, the one in the middle. If the more supplier come and compete for bidding for the price, who gain the benefit? Who? Who gain the benefit? Supplier. Why supplier? Hundred of suppliers come and compete for the price, compete for bidding, compete for the price. Who gain the benefit? You. Who gain the benefit? Of course, the company. Right? For example, if you want to buy this piece of mouse and then 10 sellers come and offer you, who gain the benefit? You. Because you're going to get the best deal. Okay? And see, the next, reduce cost of procurement, competitive bidding. See? This is the meaning of it. This is the ensure wider participation, one small supplier come and participate. It's resolved on competitive bidding. That's mean what? The more competitive, the more competition, the less price tend to be. Okay? And remove capitalization. Capitalization is sold by reverse auctioning. Okay, let me ask you. You know about forward auction or reverse auction? What is the difference? This is going to be an example. You. What is the difference between forward auction and reverse auction? Forward auction. Who else I ask the question? Forward auction. You didn't have to go on the computer now. Answer me as of your understanding. You. What is the forward auction and reverse auctioning? What is the difference? Forward auction is what? The one who keep the highest price got it, right? For example, if I want to auction this cell phone to all of you, for example, all of you are bidding for this, right? Who am I going to give to? The one who give me the highest price, right? This is forward auction, right? You know? Understand that? Forward auction. Anybody who doesn't understand forward auction yet? Raise your hand. Forward auction is what? For example, if I want to auction this cell phone or this mobile phone, and then who am I going to give to? Who is the bidding winner? Is who? Of course. Very good, very good. The person who gives me the highest price going to get this, right? But what about reverse auction? Opposite. For example, you want to buy this computer, right? 10 sellers come and give you the offer. Who are you going to get? Who are you going to pick? The one who offer the lowest. This is a reverse auction. Now, you understand that, right? What's the difference between reverse auction and forward auction? Okay? Okay, you. I ask you, the one behind that. Oh, don't behind. I see all of you. What is the difference between forward auction and reverse auction? Forward auction is what? the auction winner is the person who gives the highest price. But the reverse auction is opposite. The person who gives you the lower price get it, okay? Increase visibility and transparency is what? All the process is visible via internet, okay? And complete elimination of paperwork. Since process can do over the internet or over the electronic solution, so nowadays, as of my study, the process of e-procurement is less likely to be completely electronic. Still some paperwork need to be, okay? But at least, this is the aim for completely eliminating of paperwork, but in the real world, paperwork still needed, but much less, okay? For example, like for the communication, you can do it over email or internet or website. This is the elimination of paperwork. But nowadays, several places, they still do in parallel. That's mean what they do over the internet, they do over the website, and they also post the paper announcement too, okay? So I think to become the completely electronic and paperless is still far away. But this is just the objective of adopting an e-procurement solution, okay? Next. All right. The incentive is what? First, cost reduction, of course. Cost reduction. Cost reduction could be what? The cost of process and cost of goods and services. Remember clearly. Cost reduction is what? Cost of goods and service you're going to buy. And cost of the process. Okay? This is going to be on the exam too. Okay? Enhanced budget control. You can control your money better. Okay? Elimination of administrative error. That's mean what? Less mistake. Right? When you do things on the paper, you have more chance to make mistake. For example, right? The number. You add one more zero. What does it mean? You add one more zero, or you add two more zero and forgot the dot. What happened? Right? You buy a computer, 1 million, and you add two more zero with no dot. What happened? 100 million. So it's gonna cause it like a legal. There's a legal obligation. Okay, this is an example of administrative error. Implementation of e-procurement help you to lessen the human error. Increase budget, buy productivities. You can buy more for less. Bioproductivity is what? You can buy more for less. And you can spend less time on procurement process. This is the meaning of that. Bioproductivity is you can buy more for less. And you can take less time in doing procurement. Improving information management. Everything is safe and everything is stored electronically. It's going to be what? Very easy to haul, very easy to restore, very easy to retrieve, right? Next year, if you have to buy something the same as you bought last year, you can like what? Get information out to see, right? But what about if you save in paperwork? You may have like a tons of paper in your document group, and you may have to spend the whole day to find it, right? And then if you have the electronic solution, you can just search it very fast. Improving the payment process. This means what? The payment could do what? If you use a payment electronic solution, you pay like a little bit each time, you probably can pay over the internet. E-banking, something like that. You don't have to hold a big bag of cash and go to the bank. No, Or you can pay by electronic check. I'm not sure that they available in Thailand or not. Okay? Next please. Okay, this is the main kind of e-procurement. First, e-sourcing. E-sourcing is like what? Sourcing is what? Finding what you want. And tendering is what? Give you like, invitation. Invitation to participate in the tendering. Like, you send out you post the announcement like, We have a construction project for 5 million baht, and then we want the contractor to do so. So if you think you are qualified, please come and join. Please come and apply. Let's say like Henry is what invitation for the contractor to apply to be the bidder. Okay. E-forming is like you inform to all the contractors, okay, about what you want. Web-based ERP, this is okay. This is pretty much advanced, so I'm not going to detail about that. EMRO is okay. We're not going to go into detail about that because this is very in detail. And then e-reverse auction. Again, reverse auction. What is that? You, the one who is playing Facebook now. The one who is playing Facebook now. What is the reverse auction? What is the reverse auction? What is the difference between forward auction and reverse auction? What is the difference? Forward auction is what? The person who keeps the highest price get it, right? But reverse auction is what? Person who gives you the cheapest price get it. Okay? Right? Okay, so you explain to your friend, please. What's the difference between forward auction and reverse auction? Yes.
Forward auction is mean the person who gives the highest price
Uh-huh.
and who get it. But
Good.
the reverse auction is mean the person who gives the lowest price who get it.
Thank you very much. Very good. Okay. Who else I didn't ask the question yet? Raise your hand. I know who I didn't ask yet. But you just stay quiet. Okay, don't worry. I asked you the question truly. Next please. This is the three main types of e-procurement models. This is one-to-many. For example, the blue one is the suppliers and the black one is the buyers. Okay? This one is what? One seller, many buyers. This is the first one. It's one-to-many. Have you, any of you take a database course? Any of you take database course yet? This is a relationship, just like database. One-to-many is like one supplier, many buyers. The second is many-to-one is many suppliers, one buyer. And the last one is many-to-many. Many suppliers and many buyers. Okay? Let's say, as of your understanding, this is going to be the exam too. Which one is the forward auction concept? Forward auction.
Many to one.
Forward auction is what?
One to one.
Who think this is forward auction? Raise your hand. Who think this is forward auction? Raise your hand. Okay, you think this one is forward auction? Forward auction. Okay, who think this one is forward? The first one. Who think the first one is forward? Okay, the blue one is seller and the black one is buyer. Okay? The first one could be what? One seller, many buyers competing for one. This is first one could be like what? Forward auction. Many to one, right? Many buyers, let's say many suppliers, one buyer. This is could be what? Reverse auction. Huh? Okay. Many suppliers, one buyer is what?
Reverse auction.
Reverse auction. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Reverse. Many supplier, one buyer. Could be what? Reverse auction. Many buyers, one supplier is forward auction. Anybody who have a question on this? Okay. Next please. This is the concern of management about adopting procurement Before you adopting the e-procurement, what you want to know is what is the benefit, what is the risk, and what is the impact associated with e-procurement. So the first one is organizational risk. What is the organizational risk? Organizational risk is what? Once you adopt the solution, right? People in the organization are going to be okay with this, right? It's going to take time for them to learn. Are they going to be convenient or comfortable with the system? Or, of course, if you think about a person who do something about the procurement, they used to have the under-table money, right? They used to have under-table money, but now they're not going to have under-table money anymore. Are they going to be okay? Of course. They're going to be resist. This solution is not good. With the reason, blah, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But only one real reason is what? I'm not going to have under-table money anymore. Okay? Technology risk is what? Technology is like the compatibility is the main concern. If you adopt a new solution and you got to think, is that going to be compatible with the existing system that you have now? Okay? And other technical risks, okay? Which method of e-procurement should we adopt? Okay? What organization and technical issue are involved in introducing the e-procurement? Organizational and technical issue, just like the first one. Organizational issue is what? You need to have the person who are specialized. You need to train somebody specifically. Somebody got to be trained. Or somebody got to be trained, or you need to send somebody to be trained for that. Okay? And technical issue is like, you adopt this system, and what about the effect to the existing system? Okay? Next please. Okay. This is going to be the last one, almost. Okay? Organizational risk, what is that? Staff redeployment. Once you employ the e-procurement solution, you need to have a group of persons who specifically for this. That means you have to have the specific person work on e-procurement or specialized e-procurement. So that's the staff redeployment is mean what? You have to reorganize the organization, or you have to rearrange the manpower. Okay? The second is resistance from usual internal people. This is what I just talked about. This is what I just talked about. Okay? So, why? Because people may not feel comfortable. People may not feel like it. Because, for somebody, would you imagine like somebody who worked at the 50 years old, right? Never touch computer at all in his or her life. And now, they used to do everything on the paper, but now they have to do everything on the screen. Are they going to be happy? Are they going to be comfortable? No. Because, right? They work with computer. They work until they are 50 years old, until they are, old man or old woman. They will touch computer at all. And now they have to do everything on the screen instead of on the paper. Are they going to be comfortable? No. Especially for SME in Thailand. For SME, anybody who are Kunpa or Kunlum of the organization, if you ask you, now Kunpa, now you got to do everything on the computer, are they going to be happy? No way. They do everything on the table for her life. So now you ask them, do everything on the screen now. Think they're going to be happy? No. This is happening in the banking organization in Thailand. Kasikorn Bank, FCB Bank, and every bank. This is the technique they use for laying off the old people. This is the technique they use to change the block. Or you can call block transfusion. This means what? Replacing the old generation with the new generation. Right? This is they use. They use like, okay, they implement everything in electronic solution. And then anybody who are the old timer or the old person, Kunpa, who do whatever, they just like, okay, now you have to do everything on the screen instead of on the paper, right? And then
They send them to learn. Of course, some of them cannot do it because they never touch it in their life. And then, what about if somebody who cannot do it? They got to leave, right? They got to go. You cannot work here anymore. This is the technique we use to replacing the old generation with the new generation in the business. Technology risk is what? Data information security. Everything is you now. You save on the electronic solution, you save in the file. And then most of the procurement solution, most of them are very confidential. Confidential in terms of what? Once you buy, and something that what you buy and about, especially for the monetary information, you cannot publicly disclose. Okay? The last one, integration with existing financial system. Think about it. You can avoid with dealing with the financial system. What is that? Accounting system, payment system. Of course, if you add the procurement system, electronic solution to your company, that's what you have to think about. And you got to make sure that they're not gonna interfere with each other. Okay? Next. This is the last one. Okay, pay attention now. This is the last one. It's going to be the same. Anybody else who I didn't ask the question yet? Raise your hand. I know you. I didn't ask the question yet. So, okay, at this slide, I will ask you. Wake up, wake up. This is going to be the last slide. And you will be, okay, good, very good. Wake up. Ready to answer my question. Because you are the one I didn't ask the question yet. Alright? So, implement e-procurement solution. Organization need to first clearly define goals and objectives. Objective and goals could be financial or non-financial. You, gentlemen, look at me. Come on, look at me. The person behind you. Come on, answer my question. You're not the one who asked the question yet. Come on. What is the financial goals of e-procurement? Cost reduction. Right? What is the goal of the financial goals of adopting e-procurement? Financial goal is cost reduction. And cost could be what? Two things cost. Two cost is what? Process cost. And cost of goods and service. Two things. Remember, it's going to be amazing. Cost of goods and service and cost of process. Non-financial. Non-financial is something that don't involve finance at all. It's like what? The number of the participator, number of contractors who come to participate, right? Now, this is example of non-financial. Less time is what? Time. Non-financial is what? For example, time saving. Instead of spending 120 days, now you spend what? Less than 10 days. This is like a non-financial goals. Okay? Understand current after implement procurement process. You need to do is like you got to know what is your current process first. And then, after you implement the e-procurement solution, what's going to look like? You're not going to just, ask the sales to come to your company, hey, I want to use an e-procurement solution. What do you have? No. You're not going to just start that. If you take the course of system design and this analysis and design, what you have to do is what? Analyze your current system, right? You have to analyze your current system, what is it? And then, what you want it to look like, and then what can answer your question. Not just like, you just get up after checking the Facebook on your mobile phone and, I want to implement e-procurement to my company. You make a phone call to 5 companies, and 5 companies send their sales to come to meet you, and then, I take this. But you don't know what your current system is, what your current problems are. That's going to be the problem, okay? The last one is ongoing evaluation effectiveness of e-procurement solution. E-procurement implementation is not one-time solution. You need to implement it and then evaluate it and adjust it until it's settled, okay? E-procurement solution is not just like you install Microsoft Word and Microsoft Office and then done. No. It's not just like implement once and done. No. It takes time, probably years, to get the thing system, to get the people used to get the people familiar with, to get the system settled, to get the system stable. This is what you have to evaluate it ongoing. Ongoing is what? Continuously. For example, like probably every 6 months, every 3 months, the first time of implementation, then you may evaluate it every 3 months to see how it's worked. And after the system gets settled at a certain level, you may just like evaluate it every 6 months or 1 year or something after the situation. Okay? Alright, next. This is the slide you want to see, right? This is the slide you want to see the most. Okay? Any questions? Okay. If you have no questions, so I think I don't think you understand me at all. Some of you may be like busy and you probably doesn't understand, but that's okay. If you have any question, you can ask your teacher, okay? And she can. This is pretty much like she can pass the question to me, and then I can answer you. All right? And okay. Again, any question or comments? Or comments like, oh, today's the lecture is like very confusing, very confusing. I don't understand that at all. I know that every of you want to say. I can see from your face. I can see from your face that you want to say, what is e-procurement? Is that? I don't understand at all. What are you talking about? I don't understand at all. Okay. You got to remember what the cost of e-procurement. Cost what? Process cost and food and service cost. Okay? Alright. So thank you for attending, and I'm pleased to have a short lecture for you about e-procurement. So I'm going to begin to the session over. So if you have any question, if you are shy to ask, you can just come and ask me personally here. Okay? And so that's all from me. Thank you very much.
เราจะรีบไปใช่ไหมลูก